Our first game on Saturday is actually the NFC Championship game, which surprised me at first, guys. I don't know why. I kind of expected the AFC the way
because
it
it's
was.
a fucking travesty that Philly, San Francisco isn't going to keep me up until 11 p.m. All right? It's
That's
a fucking
true,
travesty.
too. I mean, feels like the best two teams in the NFL. And the Eagles are 2.5-point favorites with the total at 46.5. Crazy. I just found this out today. The 18th time that the Niners are in an NFC Championship game. It's like 1 in 3 in history. They're just in. I'm just
How many
so
Super
annoyed.
Bowls they have to show for it, though?
What, 5?
Is it 4 or 5?
5.
Isn't it 6?
I think it's
No,
5.
it's only the Steelers have 6.
I thought there were 3 teams with 6, and then the Patriots broke that.
Am I?
Or no,
Maybe I am wrong.
3
Now,
teams with 5, and the Patriots broke it with 6.
Is this a football podcast?
There's definitely 3 teams
Allegedly.
that are tied with the Steelers.
Well, the
And then
Patriots
Patriots
definitely
broke it.
have 6. No,
Patriots have 6, Steelers have 6, and then Cowboys and San Fran have 5.
thank God. I thought it was
Oh.
going crazy.
No, I
Look,
thought they were all tied at 6. That's my bad.
No,
That's
you're
just-
good. You're good. The 49ers were 5-0 in Super Bowls until the Harbaugh Bowl, and now they've lost 2 straight. And that's part of the part that tricks me in there too, because they've been there about half the time. They get to the NFC title game, they move on. Eagles, though, this is a true big boy battle. The defensive line, 70 sacks this year, second most all time. Second most in the NFL this year behind them was the Chiefs with 55, 15 apart from number 2. But on the other side, you have one of the best left tackles in NFL history and one of the wisest young offensive minds in football. Where are you going? Because this, to me, is the best matchup of the 2022 season.
Look, I'm at the end of the day, I'm not really sure which way to go. This is going to be a battle of the trenches, and they're so fucking even. It's hard to fucking pick. But I'm taking Philadelphia minus 2.5 money line and the over of 46.5. My gut is just that Philly is who we thought they were. And for some reason, it feels both of these teams, even with the number 1 and number 2 defense on the year playing each other, both these teams feel like they can score 24 points each. And that's why I feel like the over is going to hit.
I'm on the train with you. Give me Philly minus 2.5. Give me the money line. It's really hard, really, really hard because I wanted San Fran. I thought I took them kind of a few weeks ago as my NFC, but now we're here. Philadelphia shut me up really quick last week. I'm here, guys. I know I picked the Giants plus 7.5, and I know I picked them money line, and I got smoked. I know I wasn't here Monday, but I'm going to man up. But let me get Philly minus 2.5 in their money line. You know, Purdy could have had an average game, which would have been really any different if Jimmy G was in last week. Let's be real. Come on. But this game is going to be one of the trenches, which we've all been saying for weeks. Wally's even touched on it here, and David's already touched on it. But Brock Purdy's going to be the 5th rookie quarterback in NFL history to start a conference championship game. What were the others? 0-4 straight up. Average margin of victory for the opposing teams by 10 points. So those rookie quarterbacks are losing on average by 10 points. And there's some good names. You got a Joe Flacco, which I completely forgot about in 08. Someone in 09, why I don't know why it's slipping my memory. You had Big Ben in 04, then someone else in 99. I want to say Stevie Jurgensen. I'm totally off. One of those names is right. I am so off, but I was like, I've never heard of this man in my life, which makes sense. You got to give me Philly at home in that environment. You're taking a West Coast team into the cold, right into the belly of the beast. And I just like what Philly's defense is going to be able to bring, because San Fran, their weakness is their secondary, quote unquote, which is middle of the pack, giving up about 223 yards per game in there. So middle of the pack in yardage. And I like the nod in the Philly secondary and the way that they match up against their offense versus what San Fran's defense matches up, or what Philly's matches up. And you guys know what I'm saying. Give me Philly minus 2.5. Fly, Eagles, fly. Cannot wait. And it's going to be so nice to see San Fran lose in the NFC title game. God, it gives me joy.
welcome back to the Eagles nest, by the way. We've missed you, Steven. Last week it was a little lonely. But let's as the kids would say, let's wrap. Well, let's talk for a second. So AJ Brown.
What kids are saying that?
I'm trying to do like
What
wrap.
are we gonna take this back to the pedophilia discussion or something? Like,
I'm trying. If I was not as
I think
fat
he's
too,
connecting
I'd be standing with my leg up and doing the foot on the stool. Let's talk, guys.
Let's never show that on air ever.
Oh, we're definitely going to. You give it time, I'll be shirtless too. I'll be looking real good. Throw a little tan in there.
Whoa. I thought that outfit was just for me.
Oh, don't worry
Are
about
we
it. I'll tie it up.
into like the porn podcast genre now, or what? Like,
Whoa. OnlyFans.
Unbelievable.
OnlyFans. We do not discriminate against sex workers, David. I mean, my God, it is.
I'm not discriminating. I'm just wondering, are we changing our genre here or what?
You changed your tone real quick. You changed your tone real quick. That's not what the energy was before.
We've missed like 2 or 3 calls this week, so maybe we should move on to another style of podcast. But anyways, my question for you guys is just this. Before I give any picks, AJ Brown, 3 catches for 22 yards last week. And he was kind of throwing a little bit of a fit about not getting the ball. Does that worry anybody at all? Or is that just like you throw it out, they'll get him the ball plenty this week, everything's back to normal?
I think he actually had more targets than Devontae Smith. And since the first game where he out-targeted, I think Devontae's had about 4 more targets the rest of the 16 games. But you know what? It's it's so classic. A guy who give you the line of, hey, if we're winning, we're happy. Of course, when you're winning, that means that you're getting production. But when you don't have any production, you're winning. Now you're just going to kind of sit in the corner and cry. Classic wide receiver. These are the kind of the actions. This is the actions why you get traded, of why Tennessee didn't want to pay you. Now, obviously, he set career highs this year, so they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. But when they see those actions, it's like, man, I'm glad we don't have him, because Tannehill couldn't even get him the ball 13 times or even a look 13 times, let alone 13 catches. So he'll be fine. He'll get his.
Everything Steven said, but what's fun here, if you really want to throw a bet in before we get to the prop bets, obviously, AJ Brown under 4.5 receptions, plus 120 right now. You want to play those games, roll that die?
Oh, I don't know about that. And I'll tell you why.
No.
Hell no is right, because I'm with you guys. The Eagles minus 2.5. I'm with the money line. Not with you, David, because the under 46.5 is going to hit. I've been Mr. Eagle all year, and since the past draft season, I should say. And this is the moment it's all going to really pay off. Because I wanted to WWE the heel turn, do the hit the hero with the chair in the head and everybody hates me all of a sudden, pick against Philadelphia, or to even do the Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend. Neither is going to happen, because I can't do it. My heart is actually with this Eagles team, believe that or not, as crazy as that is to say. And realistically, I think the only recipe that I have is that Trent Williams neutralized Micah Parsons, so you hope that he can do the same to Hassan Reddick. Where the problem comes in for me is that, unlike the Cowboys last week, who only had 1 guy with more than 6 sacks on the year besides Micah, who was Dorrance Armstrong with 8.5, there are 3 other Eagles with 11 or more sacks. This is a historic defense. And then even on the other side, I get 49ers giving up the fewest amount of rush yards in the league. What the Eagles just do last week against a division rival that knew what they wanted to do, 44 runs, 268 yards, that's 6.1 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns. Guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be Brock Purdy's worst game of the year. And the Eagles are going to show the importance of the number 1 seed in that bye, and they're going to look fresher. And I'm telling you, they're going to beat the shit out of the 49ers. It's going to be 27-10. And I don't know if it ever feels that close. Book it.